Can I Not Marry audio web novel Chapter 3 The President makes an appearance. The President. Such words entering Du Lacey's ear sounded more like boss, big brother, and local villain. Her strained nerves tightened. Then, I have some things to do. She hadn't even finished what she was saying when the two hunks in sunglasses gently yet easily pushed her into the limousine. Once inside, the door slammed shut, bang, loudly. To be honest, this time Du Lacey felt so nervous that she was stretched beyond her limit. As a former reporter, her head was filled with many headlines that will appear on tomorrow's news. Unnamed female body found in the garbage dump. Causes of death suspected to be related to organized crime syndicate. Or the following, sin against organized crime syndicate, female reporter found dead on the streets, untold story between the two. This headline sounds better. When Du Lacey was contemplating which title was more eye-catching, a cough interrupted her thoughts. It was only then did she remember that the dead body on the street would be herself. When one is suffering the tortures of a mafia, what do? After rapidly filtering through the Young and Dangerous series 1, Du Lacey's hands embraced her chest. Like a quail, she then used her quivering voice to beg for mercy. Don't kill me, don't kill me. The man who sat before her mouth twitched. Miss Du, he graciously called out. Don't kill me, I have no money nor beauty, I'm begging you, please don't kill me. Miss Du. The man raised his voice. Du Lacey finally stopped begging for mercy. She trembled as she looked up. One glance startled her. This is the second time she have seen a handsome person personally. She recalled he was the person she saw on the street earlier. This time it was in the car. The most bizarre thing is both people unexpectedly was the same person. At this time Du Lacey felt confused. Isn't he a reality TV show guest? How come he transformed into a mafia boss? What's the meaning of all this? Suddenly, a quiet sharp eye shot across and interrupted Du Lacey's blind and disorderly conjectures once again. Miss Du, have you thought things through and came to a conclusion? The handsome man spoke with an especially distinctive aura. Consider what? Du Lacey widened her average-size eyes. She confusingly stared at his face. The handsome man's complexion was dark and gloomy as he hand-gestured towards the car window. Du Lacey turned around and was frightened. She didn't know when the solemn uncle has sat beside her and looked at her blankly. Jason. Explain to Miss Du reason I came again. Yes, boss. Then the solemn uncle named Jason, who appeared dull, vividly explained to her the entire situation. These are the circumstances. The cold handsome big boss who sat next to Du Lacey is actually Lian Jun, the president of Lian's Enterprises. At such a young he have already took on the Lian Enterprise responsibilities. He is described as young and promising, handsome and suave. A month ago, President Lian's 88-year-old grandmother suffered a heart attack. She was urgently rushed to the hospital. After she fell ill, her physical condition deteriorated. However, the elderly wasn't satisfied lying in bed. She was most worried about her nearly 30-years-old grandson Lian Jun, who refused to get married. Every day in bed the elderly would nag, I'm dying, and the Lian family still left without an heir. And she would die with a remaining grievance, and so on. So finally her grandson could no longer tolerate it, so he decided to give the elderly a granddaughter-in-law. After going on many matchmaking dates, President Lian finally found a suitable candidate that was pleasing to the eye. He took a diamond ring out to propose to his matchmaking date. Who knew a woman's integrity these days? She couldn't justify marrying someone only after getting to know each other for a few days, and who proposed so unromantically by casually kneeling on the streets with a diamond ring. He did not respect women at all. The beauty was angry and refused President Lian on the spot. President Lian, who grew up being pampered, was mercilessly rejected with his first time proposing. Out of impulse he encounters student Du Lacey who was out of luck. Things progressed to this. After Jason finished what he was saying, he politely asked, "Excuse me Miss Du, you have considered the marriage proposal with our president yet?" Du Lacey has been frightened into a statue by this point. Right now, her mind wasn't thinking how lucky she was, nor was she weighing how heavy Lian Jun the golden turtle is, or how pitiful the old madam who was approaching her 90s still longing for her grandson's marriage. In her mind she only thought of one thing: the diamond ring. Oh my god. The fake turned out to be real. Then a pot of cold water came pouring down her brain. Yesterday, it seems like, she placed the ring and the box packaging together, and thrown them away. She was trembling, turned to ask Lian Jun, "Can I not marry you?" "You can," Lian Jun briefly answered, "but you must return the ring to me." Cling. Du Lacey's little heart overloaded and shattered. "You wait. I'll go home and find it for you. I'll go with you." And then the situation evolved into this. Du Lacey was worried and anxiously rummaged through her house to find the diamond ring, while President Lian leisurely watched her from behind. Searching for about an hour, Du Lacey turned to wipe her sweat. "I'll go to the trash to have a look." Then she hurriedly rushed to the area near the rubbish bin. At this time the sanitation workers haven't arrived. The accumulation of waste in the dustbin reached mountain high. Du Lacey suddenly felt that if she could not find work, judging by the current situation she may be able to pick up rubbish. She is very talented in this area. Within the pile of rubbish not only did she find heaps of phone, hairdryer and radio. She even discovered the math exam the landlady's fat son didn't pass. However, the most important ring has not been found. There's a saying, an anxious dog will jump walls. Actually, an anxious person also suffer a nervous short circuit. Du Lacey turned towards the president to command, "You also help me find a small box. It's this height and this wide." She was busy gesturing, completely oblivious to the clouded expression over Lian Jun's face, but when she looked up, a calm has cleared up the storm. The president smiled and pointed to his feet. "Is it this box?" At the moment Du Lacey's eyes shone. It was only then did she feel there was still hope. Tears almost rolled down. However, this high mood did not last long. She found that the box is the right one, but the diamond ring. How come it's not there? She looked at the box inside and outside, and searched within 10 meters radius of where the box was located, but she still didn't half of the diamond ring's shadow. I'll go and ask the security guard. There's no need to ask. Lian Jun, who has been silent, finally spoke. If you can't find, then forget it. Forget it. Du Lacey cried happy tears. He indeed is the president. Even disregard a 10-carat diamond ring so easily. He is really filthy rich, strong as an ox, with a heroism aura. You compensate me one. Du Lacey's vision turned black. She almost fainted. Compensate. Compensate one. How much money do you want? She asked with fear and trepidation. Not much. This matter I also have some responsibility. You just need to pay half. The president held out 2 fingers. 200,000. Du Lacey's eyes widened. The president shook his head, plus a 0. 2 million. This time Du Lacey's eyes didn't widen. Instead her eyes closed and fainted.